Foolish, and left wing Void. XL don't have any subs on the bench, but xGoal do have 3 options from the bench if they do want to change things up. They've got Chris, Aga, and Chucky on the bench. And it looks like we are about to go live as both teams have readied up. So once again, I will thank you for joining me for this game. This round... Yep.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but all games were being commentated on.
They were being commentated on.
Yeah, I was commentating on my game. I streamed on my channel, and
okay.
Ari came in last second to commentate on False Eleven's game.
Right. It's just, yeah, I just looked at the sheet, you see, and there was nobody there, but I guess people jumped in last minute to do commentary, which is good. I think we should try and get as many games streamed and commentated really as we can. Get everyone a chance to get streamed really. But we have kicked off, and it is Draghi running through for xGoal. He's gone for the shot, and xGoal already 1-0 up within a couple of minutes. Yeah, XL fell asleep really there. Draghi had a big gap to run into there. He was between Jules and Arizona, and we are already 1-0 to xGoal. And yes, predictions. I mean, I did think XL were going to do better than I thought, but quite clearly they fell asleep there. So I'm going to go for maybe 5-6-1 maybe to xGoal. I do think XL will play a little bit better, but we'll see. Due to Arizona. Arizona almost found Gus, and NKZ was there to intercept, and he's charging up the field now. NKZ plays it to Draghi on the right-hand side, who's got himself the goal already. Turns inside, crosses in, headed away by XL, only as far as Foolish. Foolish can bring XL up the field and plays in Do. This is better from XL. They will look to hit back as soon as they can after that really, really poor start, really conceding that early. It always sets teams off on the wrong foot when they concede that early. It shocks your game plan. And XL have to now come back from that 1-0 down. Kieran's played a great ball into Lewis, and Lewis was almost, if he was able to get a better first touch in there, he was almost through on goal. Draghi's cross was deflected, and it's felt kindly for XL, but then they give it straight away to Cali. Fallen back to NKZ. NKZ to Scum. Scum plays in Draghi. The danger man Draghi plays it to Lewis. Lewis on the right-hand side plays it back to Fallen. Fallen will cross from deep, but Arizona cut that out. And now Do can bring XL forward. Void, Do, exchange a 1-2. See what I did there? The ball, though, there is ran kindly for Kime. Kime then plays a ball looking for Lewis. Lewis tries to push past Mick. Mick does well. But then xGoal, are able to win that back. They decide to go all the way back to Kime. Trying to take control of this game, really, xGoal. They're 1-0 up already, and that's got to be good news for them. The plan seems to be working for them so far. XL, though, they need to start trying to create some chances, really. They've got to make Kime make some saves, because he's going to make a few saves in a game, Kime. He's a top keeper. But if you're not creating chances against him, you've got no chance of scoring. Draghi, just in front of the centre circle, looks for Kieran. Kieran, an interesting pickup for xGoal. He's been about. He's a real journeyman, Kieran. He's been about in a lot of sides, but he never seems to find that team to settle down in. Kieran's tried to catch Ragnar off his line there. Not a bad effort. You could see him off his line. Do now for XL. Trying to go past Cali, but decides to go back to Gus. Gus charges forward with a good ball to Do, but there's too much on that for Do to catch. NKZ plays the ball to Fallen. Fallen to Draghi. Draghi to Lewis and Draghi. They exchange a 1-2, and then Draghi charges towards Jules, decides to play Lewis back in. It's comfortable for xGoal in possession. Kieran, though, does run into trouble there. They win it straight back, though. And now Scum is charging through. He's looking for that near post. Ragnar made the save, and then it's crawled across the line. It's unfortunate for XL, but it just about crawled over the line there. Ragnar made the save, but he pushed it into the danger area. Let's take another look at that. He makes the save. Gus is in the way, though. And the ball just drops for Draghi to tap in. It just crawls across the line. And that is unfortunate for XL. But so far, xGoal deserve to be in the lead. XL have not done enough in attacking positions, and they've not done good defensively. Still early in this game, though. It is not game over for XL. We are only 20 minutes into this game, but if they're playing like this, it could be over. Ragnar, though, keeps his team in the game. Scum had the whole goal to aim at, and he's just hit it straight at Ragnar, who made a good save. He had to react there. It's in situations like this that XL are probably missing players like Rhino and Kin, who've got a bit of experience, know how to get through on goal. Ragnar makes another save. Kieran with the surprise shot. XL really do have Ragnar to thank at the moment for keeping them in this game. Void to Arizona, but his ball is cut out by Lewis. The defense of XL just aren't passing very well and keep giving it away to xGoal. The ball goes in. They do get it away. XL, though, here is a chance for them now to get up the other end, but it's 3v4 every single time. Oh, that was a good ball, but Gus was in an offside position. Kime tries to find Kieran. XL are able to keep heading it back up the field, but it's picking the ball up. Could they do something here? Jules. Oh, Jules did play a good ball, but foolish. I think maybe he thought he was offside and tried to come back, and then he missed the ball. XL, they need to do stuff with these chances when they get them, because they're not going to get many. As I say that, Do is able to win that in the air, and Callie takes the yellow card. And it is a cynical one, but it had to be done. Arizona with the ball in. It was a great ball. Void, though, just ahead of him. Draghi to NKZ. NKZ across to Callie. Callie decides to go back to NKZ. I will try and do a Revo game, Nori. I will try. As I say that, off the crossbar, I think that was Kieran. We know he likes a good long shot. And that shot there comes off the crossbar from Kieran. That would have been a wonder goal. Gus tries to go through the middle, plays Do. Do is lost out to Callie. You get the feeling that players like Do are someone they need to get on the ball more, but it could be actually really bad now for XL, and it is xGoal. This is really hard to keep saying xGoal and then XL in quick succession. I hope you've noticed that I'm struggling to do that. But yes, xGoal, just a long ball downfield. XL have been punished. They've been pushing to try and get their first goal in that game, and they find themselves 3-0 down now. Baz is entering the stadium. Baz is turned up, and he's not going to be happy. He sits on the bench for XL. XL, I've got a lot of work to do. 3 goals down in the first half. Gus. Back to Mick. Jules. Looking for Do with the long ball, but there's far too much power on that. 36 minutes into this game, and it has been all xGoal, really. XL, I think I've failed to register a shot on Keim's goal. I might be mistaken. And they keep getting caught in defence. And that's why they're 3 goals down. Mick just loses possession there. The ball did not follow. xGoal firmly in control. They're playing the ball back towards the keeper. Keim takes his time. They're looking for Draghi with that long ball because they know he can pick the ball up in the air. Kieran to Draghi. That was a good ball. Kieran's had a good game. He's impressing so far. Lewis at the near post. And that is probably putting this game to bed in the first half. 4-0, xGoal. Lewis with the goal. Draghi with the assist. Draghi has been unplayable for that XL backline. And Ragnar, he's done all he could. He's made a few good saves in this game, but they're just peppering his goal now. Draghi really has been the start of the half so far. 3 goals, 1 assist. Decent pass completion rate. He's also covered one of the higher distances in the team. So he's working hard. XL will be disappointed, though. This team's not bad that they've got out, but they're just getting caught easily by this xGoal attack. Mick does well to win that from Draghi without resorting to a woof. But then Mick gives it straight to Scum, who goes for the long shot, and he's caught Ragnar out. This is starting to go really badly for XL, if it wasn't already. They are literally just shooting on sight. And Ragnar just can't read that. You could argue he should do better. Well, I certainly didn't. I thought it'd be maybe 5-1, something like that. But this could be even worse than that. This could go even worse if XL continue to play like this. Fallen throws it back to NKZ. NKZ in his own box plays the ball to Scum. Scum back to Cali. Cali running back towards goal. Keim in his own area. Chips it up to Lewis, then Draghi. Playing their way out of danger really well here, xGoal. They did get put under pressure there by XL, but they made it look easy. And that is half-time. Yeah, XL got to be disappointed. The lineup that they have out is not a bad lineup, but they've looked very amateurish compared to this xGoal side. And Baz has got to be furious. He sat on the bench. I wouldn't be surprised if he brings himself on, unless he thinks this team can perform a miracle in the second half. I can't see this game going any differently. But please don't leave us, because stranger results have happened in iOS, and there has been some very shocking games in the past, which I'm sure you've been there with us to see. So Don't you be leaving now. We are going to kick off for the second half. xGoal 5-0 up. It does look like that. I am correct. Baz has brought himself on at centre back, and it looks like Mick, who probably was the least experienced, really, not in the long run. Mick is an old player, but in terms of modern iOS, he doesn't have as much experience as the other players on the pitch, so he does give way for Baz, who then slots into centre back with Jules going into left back. And this is going to have to be a miracle half now from XL to get back into this game. But what can they do? If they score quickly, you never know. But it could get even worse for them now. Draghi was through. And then the bounce was lucky for Ragnar to pick up. It bounced off Gus. And it could have went anywhere. XL not learning their lesson. They don't seem to be able to cope with Draghi. Jules to Void. Void across to Arizona. Arizona plays a ball across. Will do get there. No, not enough on it. Kime has the ball in his own half. Goes long looking for Draghi. And Draghi has done that all game. Every long ball to him, he's picked up and then set his team off on the attack. xGoal have really needed that this game, and they've done it well. Lewis plays the ball across. Scum with the shot. Draghi then with the other shot. But the ball bounces back out for XL. That could have been 6-0 there. Kieran on the left-hand side. Crosses from deep. It's a good ball off the crossbar from Draghi. What a ball from Kieran. Kieran is really impressing in this game so far with his crossing. Good ball to Draghi there as well. Jules over to Void. Void all the way back to Ragnar. Ragnar goes to Arizona. Arizona back to Gus. Gus across to Do. XL trying to play this a little bit quicker now. Arizona plays the ball out to the left-hand side. Jules has pushed up. Jules plays it back to Void. Void then back to Jules. Jules crosses it into the box. Headed off the post. And then Foolish is there. Can Void to put it in? No, NKZ blocks it. Do's there then in the box. They nearly scored. They did nearly get themselves off 0 goals, but now they could be punished for missing it, and they are punished. XL punished them 6-0. XL, oh, that was that. You do feel like if they were to get that first goal, they could have come back into this game. Possibly there was a small chance, but now that small chance has become minuscule. Because xGoal are 6-0 up, and they have just punished XL. Every chance that they get, they're scoring. XL low. They're not doing enough. And by the looks of it, they're going to lose this game. Gus, though, goes for the shot at the near post. Wins a corner for XL. What they wouldn't do to have Big Rhino in the box now. And it goes over everyone's heads. Fallen with the throw to Draghi. Draghi across to Callie. Callie to Lewis. Lewis back to Callie. Callie to NKZ. No rush now for xGoal. They know they've got this game in the bag. So they're taking their time. Scum runs down the right-hand side. He's gone outside Baz, then back inside, then back outside. He's on the byline. It's cleared away by XL. Draghi was on the edge and tried to just play a ball into the box. No one got on the end of that, though. Void back to Jules. Jules downfield. Lewis won that, though. Do Arizona. Arizona across to Void. Void just had to try and find Foolish there with a slow ball, but it was cut out. Draghi now sitting on 4 goals and 1 assist. He's already nailed that man of the match place down. Lewis crosses it in. It deflects up easily for Ragnar to claim. We are 63 minutes into the game. 6-0 xGoal. Kime to Scum. Draghi in the centre circle. Finds Lewis. Lewis to Fallen. Fallen to Draghi. XL win it on the edge of their own area, and now Do can counter-attack for XL. Plays it out wide to Foolish, who'd swap positions with him. Foolish goes on the outside of Cali. He does have a chance to cross. He crosses it in, but again, it's over both the heads of the attackers of XL, and it just hasn't worked for today for XL. Baz plays a ball through the middle, but there's too much on that. NKZ will tidy up. Cali, NKZ. NKZ downfield, looking for Scum. It's gone for throw-in to XL. Jules takes it, throws it long to Foolish quickly. Foolish on the left-hand side, crosses it. It's deflected up. Easy for Kime. XL are creating the chances now, but the quality's still not there. Baz went for Do. Do didn't read it, and it went out for a throw-in to xGoal, which they took quickly. And now Scum didn't have enough pace in them old legs to get on the end of that. Baz. Oh, Baz has given it away to Scum. That's poor from Baz. And they get away with it, though, XL. Baz really could have made a big mistake there. But they do get away with it. Fallen tidies that up. Plays the ball back to Kime. Kime goes long. Gus wins the header in the air against Draghi, and it can set XL back off on an attack. Can they get themselves off the mark here, XL, and deny xGoal that clean sheet? No, because Do has just ran straight into trouble. And now xGoal go searching for that 7th goal. But that ball from Kieran has gone out for a throw-in to XL. It is indeed. It's not been the best game for XL's attackers. They've been slightly better the second half, but the crossing when they have been in good positions has not been great. Draghi to Kieran. Kieran goes for the long shot. This time, though, Ragnar is not going to get embarrassed twice. Wins that ball with the save. XL want to just playing for pride, really, now. They want to deny xGoal that clean sheet. And they could do it. They're getting the crosses in. This is something they weren't doing in the first half. They just need one of these crosses to land right. Kieran now. Kieran gets himself a goal. $7-0 to xGoal. Every time they're on that counter, they look dangerous, and they do it again here. Ragnar thinks it's going at the near post. Kieran, though, he's not a bad finisher. Scores at that right-hand side. 7-0, xGoal. XL, it's getting worse for them. It really is. What can they make happen here? Because Do is through on goal. How do they win that? I don't get how xGoal were able to win that, but they did. Do look like he was through on goal. And somehow they won the ball off him. Ragnar with the ball to Void. Void infield to Gus. XL have looked more threatening in this half, but they're just frightened of getting caught on the counter-attack by xGoal. Baz is trying to tackle Scum. Scum is able to find Kieran. Kieran with the Ole on RVTV. And then he nearly scores. Big ole from Kieran. Arizona was absolutely left in the dust. Kieran, again, looks for Lewis. But XL, bring it forward. They won't be happy with that ole. They want to score. They want to get themselves off the mark. On the right-hand side. He's on the byline, puts it back to Foolish. And it's a great save by Kime, though. He pushed it onto the post. What a save. The parry, he parried it onto the post. But it could be 8-0 now because Draghi, he's there. And it is 8-0. Draghi, with his 5th goal, nails down that man of the match. If he wasn't already man of the match, he definitely is now. Scum with the assist, but it was an easy assist because there was nobody on that right-hand side. Ragnar comes out trying to close the angle down. Draghi with a neat finish. Aga says Cali should be man of the match, and when I had a look, I can see why. Cali has 27 passes, 100% pass completion. You don't see that very often in iOS. Sign him up, NG. Draghi makes it 9-0. He wants that man of the match, though. Draghi wants that man of the match. It's tough. It depends what you kind of like in iOS. Do you want a goal scorer or do you want a neat, tidy player who can pass inch perfectly? Cali, 27 passes, 100% pass completion. I mean, that's for a competitive league game. That is pretty good. It's a good question. I think with Draghi, he seems to not be at that stage yet where people take him super seriously. Whereas against someone like Nori, you take Nori seriously when you play against him. Whereas people are completely underestimating Draghi. Draghi is really effective when he wants to be. That's probably my only explanation, Nori. Kieran looking to make it 10-0 to xGoal. Yeah, I get what you mean, Mike. I think he probably is their best player, other than maybe Kime in goal. But I think what it is with him is I think his persona in like mixed matches and stuff like that. People think he's a bit of a joker, and then I don't know, when it comes to league games, he's super serious, and like they don't realize like how effective he can be when he actually plays his best. But that is full time anyway. The game was basically over in the first half. It's fair to say. XL. I mean, they've been completely cut open today, and I was quite excited for this game at the start of it. I thought XL had a good side out, but the key players for XL just played out of their skins. Cali and Draghi absolutely stormed this game for xGoal, and that's the reason why they won. Their better players played their best game, whereas XL's better players just didn't turn up today. They weren't ready. As always, we will give a couple of minutes to see if anybody turns up in cooldown for interviews. If not, we will call it there, but we will give 1 or 2 minutes and see if anybody turns up for either side. I mean, I can imagine XL, it'll be difficult to find somebody to speak about that because they'll be disappointed. There was another game going on at the same time as this, Cryptic versus Dream, but I don't know the score of that yet. Hello, Kieran?
Hello, hello.
So thank you for joining me. Kieran has joined us from xGoal, and yeah, I mean, good game, really. That was your competitive debut for xGoal, I want to say. And you got yourself on the score sheet, and I think today, is it a case of xGoal played a really good game, or was it a case of XL just being really bad?
If I'm honest, I'd like to say that we played very well. Like, we felt very good going into the match. We'd been like maybe a little bit down in morale the last like week or two, but the last like day or so, we've really been picking it up again, and we went in pretty confident. Obviously, Draghi scoring a screamer like that in the first couple of minutes helps settle the nerves and gets things going. And I think we smelt blood after the first few minutes. We could see they were shaky, they were a bit nervous. So I think after that we just started like taking our chances, showing no mercy, letting loose, and in the end it's paid off as we can see with the scoreline. I think Draghi also was asking if he can come in as well. If, up to you guys. He's told me to say that.
I suppose. Go on, drag him in. Drag him in. See what I did there.
Oh,
By
yes.
Draghi also.
So Draghi is also joining us here as well from the winning side today. I mean, clear man of the match, really. But do you know what? You were actually close to not being man of the match because,
To be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I give it to Kali, my man of the match.
I was gonna say, Callie, I think finished the match on 100% pass completion.
Yeah, he did.
Which is like very difficult to do in a competitive game, especially in a game that when you're not playing for NG. It's easy when you're playing for NG, maybe, but not so much when you're playing for xGoal. So, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it just seemed like it was too easy for xGoal today. Did you not look at that XL lineup and think, yeah, this might be a difficult game today, or was you just quite confident
Yeah, I
going
thought it
into
was
this?
difficult this game, but he went really well with the team and we played well and we destroyed them. Yeah, I can't say anything.
And what did you make of Kieran's performance today, Draghi?
Man, Kieran is insane. He knows I love him. I told him in the start he's gonna bang 1 goal in for me, and he did that. So
It was a good goal as well. It was.
I mean, what I will say is, I did say to Draghi as well before the game that there was a good chance I was going to be taking a lot of shots because I've got a thing where every team I've played for, I've scored on my debut competitively in attack for them. So I wanted to keep that going. So it's probably a bit more ego than I'd have liked today, but I got the goal, so it was worth it in the end, I guess.
yeah.
And so that obviously puts you off the mark for the season. First round of games. You play next gen in the next game, which is obviously difficult. But I mean, if you're attacking as well as that, do you think you've got a realistic chance of beating next gen?
I mean, yeah, we've played them a lot in friendlies and we've had a good few wins over them, to be fair, as well. So, I mean, there's no reason we can't if we're at our best. I think we've proven from that game there that even against pretty strong oppositions, if we're on the right frame of mind, we can completely steamroll teams. So yeah, it'll be a tough match for sure. I think NG are still the team to beat in iOS, and it's not going to be easy. But I mean, I wouldn't say that it's impossible either. So we'll see what happens.
And just how big of a speaking of Cali, I mean, I'll be honest, I've not seen a lot of Premier games recently. I've seen more of the lower division teams, and I do think someone like Cali, has got that potential to be like a really great player. And seeing that performance today, you must think, this is who we can build a team around, these kind of players. What's like the future for Cali? Do you want him to be like, you see him playing long term for xGoal?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's happy here. He's been playing incredibly. I'll be honest, I was in NT with him for a little bit, and I think he was inactive at the time, so I didn't really see too much of him. But he never looked, shaky or anything. He always looked pretty solid for a newer guy. And then seeing him in xGoal, I hadn't heard of him in like a long time. I thought, okay, see how it goes, and blow everyone away with how well he was playing. So, I mean, definitely the future's bright for him, and I'd say, having him in the defense with xGoal, it's a real like under the radar player, but he's been doing incredible. So fair play to
him. And I guess probably one more question. I guess what's a realistic finish for xGoal this season? Can you see the possibility of you winning the season, or would you take second place if you were handed it right now?
I mean, I think anyone in like a top 3 or 4 team that would take second place is maybe in the wrong mentality, even if it will be a tough time. Anyone can always win the league. It just takes the right results and the right frame of mind, the right momentum. I think you'd agree when you were at Phoenix, you wouldn't have taken second going into the season if you were offered it. You'd have wanted to win the league, and you did. So, I mean, there you go.
I think I think there's a difference when you've got the squad to win the league. If you know deep down that you don't have the squad, I think quietly, for me, there was a lot of times in Phoenix where I was like, I don't think we've got the squad to win. But the difference was in that last season, we did have the squad to do it, and that's why we went for it. But yeah, I can see your point. Like, you've showed how dangerous you can be today, and there is times in iOS where like you can surprise teams and turn up and beat them. And I think xGoal, I think if they play it to their best, you've got one of the best keepers in the game. You've got Kime in the net. You've got obviously Draghi, who's playing at his best level I've seen him play at. And you've got experienced players like Lewis and Aga around the team who also had that bit of experience, who've won a lot of things with zero. So you've got the squad. I don't see why you can't challenge definitely for the league, but we'll see. But thank you for coming in anyway. I can't really think of anything else to ask, and I think we'll share. Draghi gave us man of the match to Cali, which was nice of him. So there you have it. That Cali is your man of the match, and that'll be a proud moment for him too, because I think that'll probably be his first man of the match. So that's a good thing in iOS to get off your chest. But yeah, thanks for coming in, Draghi and Kieran, and good luck for the rest of the season. Great performance today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, mate.
So that was Kieran and Draghi for xGoal today, and great performance for XL. Though back to the drawing board. It is only the first game, and they do play Tiger Hacksball Club in the next game on the 30th of August, so they will be looking to bounce back with a win there. But thank you for joining us once again. It's always a pleasure to have you watching us on stream. And, I'll be putting my name down for one of the games on the 30th. I'm not sure which one yet. Unfortunately, Nori Revolution already has a commentator. American Beast has put his name down for that, so I can't commentate a Revolution game. But I'll pick one in the next couple of days, and I'll probably see you on the 30th. So, yeah, thank you to thank you to Daff for streaming today, and I will see you all again very soon. Thank you, and bye-bye.